Frustration can often lead to success.
Hey Davis, it's Miss I here, and Huggtopus is here too. Hey Hugs, how are you? Hold on. Oh no. This might be the perfect time that Hugs came by to visit me because I wanted to talk about a hard to have feeling, frustrated. Frustrated. That's a big word, and it's a very hard to have feeling, and lots of people can feel frustrated in lots of different ways. Let's see how Huggtopus is feeling. Hold on. Oh, Hugs, you're frustrated also? Let's find out why. Okay, before we check back in with Hugs about what is making her so frustrated, I wanted to tell you something about the way our brain works. So for all humans, we have stuff called self-talk. Okay, so that's what we tell our brain that no one else can hear. And a lot of times as humans, we say things like this inside our brains. Like, oh, right on, I did it. Or, hey, I figured that out. Or, I'm okay. But sometimes we say awful things to ourselves. That's negative self-talk. And we might say things like, oh, I'm no good at math. Or, oh, I'm never gonna get this. Or, I can't believe everybody else understands but me. Or, maybe they don't like me. That's why they're not playing with me, right? Those are all examples of negative self-talk. And if we can practice saying positive things in our brain, that can help us turn our frustrations into perseverance. And perseverance is a big word that just means sticking with something even if it's really hard. Maybe taking a little break and coming back to it later, or maybe just sticking with it and knowing that you're gonna do it and that you might just have to think of a different way. But when we practice negative self-talk, we often want to give up when we're frustrated. And if we can change that frustration to perseverance and tell our brain positive things like, I can do it, I can keep going, I can think of another way, then more likely we'll stick with it and we'll get it done. Let's check back in with Hugs and see why she got so frustrated. Hugs was coloring with her good friend Lovey Dove, and Hugs got really frustrated. She felt like her drawing wasn't very good and it looked like a bunch of scribbles. So Hugs ripped up the paper and had a really big reaction. Hugs flipped her lid. Hugs kept telling herself her drawing was awful. This made Lovey Dove scared, and it made Huggtopus feel really bad. Lovey Dove could tell that Huggtopus was really frustrated, so Lovey Dove reminded Huggtopus to try and fix a mistake, to go ahead and turn that mistake into something instead of ripping it up. She reminded Huggtopus that sometimes you could stop and consider how that mistake could be fixed or could be something else. Huggtopus thought about it for a moment, and then Huggtopus realized she could turn her scribble into a tree that she had seen before. Lovey Dove loved that idea, and they drew a tree together. Both of them felt so much better that they each used their self-talk to remind themselves that you can always consider how to learn from a mistake and make it something different so you can make your frustration go away. Great job, Huggtopus. I hope you feel better.